My second time in Berkeley, and I don't mean to bring a negative vibe in here. Back in August 27th, I walked into that park with my hands up and peace symbols, and I was brutally attacked by people wearing a mask. I was called a Nazi. I'm a third-generation Italian. I was called a Nazi, a white supremacist, and I had to beg the police officers to help me. If it wasn't for one rogue police officer standing right down there in that line, I would have been beaten. I was unconscious. I have a concussion. I still have a bump on my head. And I've been thinking about this ever since that day. And what I want to ask you, Mayor Jesse, is the next day you came out and you said that Antifa should be classified as a gang. You know the key players. You were on their Facebook groups. You were in BAM's Facebook groups. You know their violent tendencies. Why were the police officers told to stand down that day? Why was there a flatbed truck that pulled up and passed out weapons that were used against me? Signs that said no hate that I was attacked with when I was unconscious on the ground. And if it wasn't for my friend that pulled me up off the ground, I would have been torn apart by those people out there. So why was that truck allowed to pass out weapons on that street when weapon flagpoles were banned, masks were banned, shields were banned, and Yvette Falarca was on a bullhorn inciting a riot, passing out weapons that were ultimately used against me? So why was that allowed on your watch and in your city? Mayor Jesse.
So we don't engage in a back and forth conversation with speakers at public comment, but thank you for coming and for making your comments this evening.
Yeah, okay, thank you. And again, you condone political violence. You were a member of those groups. If you want them to be classified as a gang, you know the key players.
Thank you very much.
Turn them into the police and do the right thing.
Thank you for your comments.
Thank you.
Okay, Richie Smith, I believe your name was called.
Good evening, Mayor.